let's do this other little thing off the top here, Rob. Last week, everybody started writing around. It was the topic of headlines on websites. A lot of people were even some people sent in super chat messages to me proclaiming this and all that kind of stuff. And the proclamation was that Joker was now the most profitable comic book movie of all time. Forbes came out, and I love Forbes, by the way, and I like a lot of the guys that work there, I really do. So Forbes was even proclaiming Joker, most profitable comic book movie of all time.
That's a great graphic, by the way.
Ray made that graphic, of course, crossing the finish line. And I thought, that can't be true. It can't be true. So I sat down and I started doing a little bit of the numbers. Now look, call me an obvious, but if you're going to call something the most profitable movie of all time of any genre, then you're saying that movie made more profit. Am I crazy? Am I crazy that if you're going to say something is the most profitable, then what you are by extension saying is that this movie made more profit of any movie of its genre? And that is simply not the case with Joker. Look, Joker has rounded out about $980 million at the box office right now, which is great. I mean, look, I said this thing could get to $1 billion, but I don't think it will. But it's looking more and more like it will just kind of crawl over that finish line and probably get there. It's irrelevant. It's just a number. Like, you can't take, even if it doesn't get to $1 billion, you cannot understate the tremendous success that Joker is. But right now it's sitting like 980, 985, something like that. The movie costs $60 to $70 million to make. They spend about $100 million on marketing. You minus about 1/3 of the money it makes at the box office from its total, because that's what the theaters keep, roughly 1/3. So in this case, just for argument's sake, let's say $300 million, okay? So now you're talking about a movie that costs about $170, for argument's sake, to make, made about $680 million. Now you're looking at about $500+ million of profit. Okay, that's amazing. That's outstanding. That's incredible. But let me bring this up here. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. So let me bring up a little calculator here. So we're saying that Joker roughly made profit in the neighborhood of $500+ million, right? Which is incredible. That's an incredible profit margin.
Probably more.
Maybe a little bit more. All right. Avengers Endgame. Best estimates, $360 million cost them to make that movie. Some say $355. Let's go with $360. Okay. Let's go $360 million. It has been well advertised that this thing had a monstrous ad campaign of $200 million. Okay, so let's add $200 million. So you're talking about roughly a baseline here of $560 million, right? Okay, fine. Let's get rid of that. The movie made roughly $2.8 billion at the box office. $2.8 billion. All right. Now let's do the same thing we did with Joker and minus 1/3. So we'll minus 33%. Okay? And that leaves us with $1.87 billion. All right. So now you take that $1.87 billion minus the $560, and you're still left with roughly $1.3 billion in profit. I'm sorry to everybody who loved the headline. Joker is not the most profitable comic book movie of all time.
But the percentage of the budget.
Oh, now, yes, if you want to get into, let's play the Obi-Wan Kenobi game where what I said was true from a certain point of view. Like, yeah, if you want to go into percentage, but when you say something is the most profitable, you are making a de facto statement that's saying that made more profit than anything else in this thing. And the fact of the matter is it did not.
Well, that's true.
It did not. It's that, period. Did it do great percentage-wise in relation to its budget compared to its box office total? Absolutely. Could it be the leading thing when it comes to those offset percentages? Yes, it could. But if you're going to say that What is the most profitable comic book movie of all time? The movie that made $1.3 billion in profit is more profitable than the movie that made, let's for argument's sake, say $600 million in profit.
That is true.
By about $700 million. Now look, it's all semantics. It's just semantics. I get it. But it painted a false picture. These headlines, Joker, now the most profitable comic book movie. No.
Well, it
no,
should
it's
have
not.
said based on the percentage based on its production budget and its marketing costs.
But wouldn't you agree that when you basically say, you know, the fastest man alive is that guy, well, then you're assuming then that's the guy who ran the fastest with the 100-meter dash,
right,
ran it in the shortest amount of time. But you're saying some other guy did who ran it in a longer period of time, but he's shorter. He has shorter legs. So if you take into percentage the distance covered by length of his legs, then no. Who ran it the fastest? That guy did. What is the most profitable comic book movie of all time? It is not Joker. It is Avengers Endgame. I would love it to be Joker. It would be a great story if it was Joker. But Avengers Endgame made more profit than Joker has in its entire box office run, even before you take away the theater cut and you don't subtract the cost of the movie. It still made more money.
Right. You'd have to say you'd have to say the term would be based on its relative costs, its production costs and its marketing budget, that Joker returned more profit on its initial investment. Or something like that, which is different. It's different. It's different than what you're saying.
Yes,
and
it's a different thing.
Yeah, it's
a different thing.
Different things. You have to be very clear about what you're saying.
I agree, because what they said was true,
right,
from a certain
point of view. Yes,
but on the baseline of it is, what's the most profitable movie?
Yeah.
Avengers Endgame is. So that doesn't make Avengers Endgame the better movie or anything like that. It just was driving me crazy when all these headlines were. It's like, but that's not the truth. Anyway, that's just me. Question is, guys, I know we're only playing a game of semantics. I get it. But what do you think about all that thing? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.